It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Brock Bowers. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, and it comes your way.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Looking to throw. Sanders.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
He's got the rookie from Georgia. That's Brock Bowers.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 70 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Straight ahead is Hall.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Chiefs had 7 and 4 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Allen. And the Raiders have got him.
How about corner Kobe Bryant coming in to make the sack?
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this returnable for Hill.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. Sanders.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wriggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. And when you rough him, here's where bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir. I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now Allen.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing now is Allen.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's to Bowers once again.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
3rd down and 1.
Here's Allen.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And his kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raiders offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Inside the 20.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been incredible all year long. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he just recently eclipsed the 4,000-yard mark on the season.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Brock Bowers
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead grows to 10-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it second down and 12. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
The Chiefs offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it's
fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw, it's Allen.
That's to the left side where he's got Bowers.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
At the 36-yard line.
To the air, Allen. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. On play action, Allen. And check down, complete to Hall. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Here's Hall again.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Sampson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Sanders.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Take it at the 37. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Allen.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
Open man right side, that's McConkey.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
In motion, Hill. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sanders in trouble, and he's taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Allen. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gardner.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Play action. Now it's Allen.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
In motion, the tight end.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of...
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Breece Hall, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one complete to McConkey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now?
And the Chiefs are going to get him. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sanders. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3.
Allen going to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Allen now looks to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
2nd and a couple.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Allen. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Allen.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. KC's offense ready to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down and 4.
To the air, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball is thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. We're back now in KC.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 14-yard line.
Hall again.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Breece Hall
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And a point after, good by Grupe.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
To throw is Sanders. Throwing to start the drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Looking to throw. Sanders.
That's complete to Laporta.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Operating from the gun. Sanders.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Elijah Moore. A gain of 14. And the Raiders first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
The offense on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Raiders.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
With career touchdown number 94, he ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
They'll give to Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
That went out wide and intercepted. picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading.
Sanders throwing to start the drive. On target over the middle to Hill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
3rd and 4.
Off play action. Sanders. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A handoff for Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Kobe Bryant makes the stop on that one.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra.